What's going on, guys? We are back here with some more Final Fantasy standard content, and we're going to be working on a deck that I think a lot of people have been trying out ever since the bans happened, because this is a deck that emerged unscathed from the bannings, and that is Golgari Midrange. So there's a lot of questions on people's mind as to what is the best way to approach building a deck like Golgari after the bans, especially with rotation coming up. Trying to think of rotation. We have Cut Down, Tranquil Frillback, Gixis Command. There's a couple of cards. I'm going to be doing some more rotation style content. Like, I have a giant list of the cards that are rotating. I'm going to be making a video, probably going to record it this week, of what are the important cards that are rotating, how it's going to affect decks and all that stuff. So be on the lookout for that, because I've heard a lot of people seen a lot of people in the comments requesting some post rotation style stuff. But today we're going to be working on Golgari. And like I said, there's a big question as to what is the best way to build this after the bans. So Unholy Annex, very powerful card. The Annex part of it is 3 mana, beginning of your end step, you draw a card. If you have a demon, you drain your opponent for 2. If you don't have a demon, you lose 2, and then you can also pay 5 mana to make a 6/6 flying demon. This card is extremely powerful, not just because of itself. It's a card advantage engine, it's also a threat. It also happens to work very well with a card from Final Fantasy in Demon Wall, because you guessed it, based on the name, it is a 2 mana demon. This creature can't attack if it didn't have a counter on it, but that's not really that relevant, because in the early turns you just want to be blocking and stabilizing, getting towards your more expensive big hitters and things like that. So the natural curve is turn 2 Demon Wall, turn 3 Unholy Annex, draw a card, your opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, and now you just have a 3/3 blocker that can profitably block some of your opponent's creatures, especially when there's no more Monstrous Rage. But the question is, from there, where do you go? So you have removal in the form of Cut Down, Shoot the Sheriff. These are kind of the main removal spells. I'm trying out Shoot the Sheriff over Go for the Throat a lot more recently, just to see how it feels in terms of is there a number of things that it misses, because Go for the Throat, for those of you who don't know, is going to be rotating. So I've had this experiment of, let's try Shoot the Sheriff and see if there's anything crazy that it misses. I haven't really found anything. There's a couple like Hired Claw and Soulstone Sanctuary, but I feel like for the most part, this is going to be a clean replacement for Go for the Throat. Cut Down, on the other hand, that one's going to be a lot harder to replace, but these are our removal spells. We have Llanowar Elves, because we do have a lot of 3-drops, right? Turn 2 Unholy Annex, or something like Lumbering Worldwagon or a Qarsi Revenant, all pretty powerful turn 2 plays, backed up by Llanowar Elves. Speaking of Wagon looks a little weird in a lot of these decks, but it's important because it gets you to your 5-drops. We'll talk about those in a second, but even just turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Lumbering Worldwagon, turn 3, you now have 5 mana for Ritual Chamber, and that's a 6/6 flying demon on turn 3, and the next turn you can unlock the Annex and kind of go from there. So you have some pretty powerful starts with the ramp of Wagon plus Elf. We have a couple of Rakshasas. It is a demon. Unfortunately, when you attack with it, it dies. But importantly, it is a 2-mana demon, so you can also, similar to Demon Wall, you can curve Rakshasa into Unholy Annex. It's also a 5-power creature that crews Lumbering Worldwagon. And later in the game, the Renew comes up from time to time, where you can pay XBB, exile this card from your graveyard to put a Decayed counter on X creatures. Decayed means the Decayed creatures can't block, and when it attacks, you sacrifice it at end of combat. So it can not only be a way to sort of push through a wall of blockers, but also if your opponent has 2 or 3 creatures, even if you have nothing in play, you Rakshasa their 3 creatures, and now you take 1 more hit, but then those creatures are going to die at end of combat. Now, we get to kind of the weird part of the deck, where you might notice a couple of dinosaurs, or I guess dinosaur-adjacent cards here. Agonasaur Rex. This is an 80 trample for 5, and it has cycling for 3. So you can cycle it, pay 3 mana, discard it, draw a card. And it says, when you cycle this card, put 2 counters on up to 1 target creature or vehicle, and it gains trample and indestructible until end of turn. So that does a couple of things. One, it protects your creatures from removal. So if your opponent goes to kill your 6/6 demon and you have this available, you can cycle it to make your demon indestructible. Also, very notably, it puts counters on Demon Wall. So now your Demon Wall becomes a 5/5 that can attack that turn because it needs counters in order for it to attack. So that's pretty big. Also, Agonasaur Rex gives a creature trample. Lumbering Worldwagon has a ton of power, but typically can trade for a lot of the mid-range threats like 3 and 4 drops. So not only giving your creature indestructible, but also trample. So if they go to chump block your 7 power Worldwagon, you can just go Agonasaur Rex, okay, take 9 or something like that. So it kind of does a lot of different things. And also is, I don't know, just sometimes you just cast an 8/8 trample on turn 3 or turn 4, and that's just good enough. From there, we have a Jenova, because this can also, at the beginning of combat, you put a number of counters equal to Jenova's power on a creature. Creature becomes a mutant, and whenever a mutant dies during your turn, you draw cards equal to that creature's power. Jenova is a good way to put counters on Demon Wall. Jenova also happens to work very well with Rakshasa, because Rakshasa, naturally, when it attacks, it goes to the graveyard. So if you Rakshasa into Jenova, you can combat Jenova, put a counter on Rakshasa, hit them for 6, and then when it dies at end of combat, you just draw 6 cards. So it's pretty cool with Rot-Curse Rakshasa. And then a couple of one-ofs here. We have a Gix's Command and a Speed Demon. This is just an extra demon to make sure you have enough for the Unholy Annex. It's not the greatest card in the world, and I could certainly see cutting it. But if you have Elf and Wagon, you do want some more 5-drops in your deck, so kind of makes sense. And then Gix's Command, just a good all-around card. And last but not least, a couple of Qarsi Revenants. This is... I forgot to mention these. We'll get to those in a second. Qarsi Revenant trades with a lot of different things, and you can also renew it from your graveyard to put a Flying Deathtouch lifelink counter on a creature. Notably, Demon Wall just needs any type of counter, not specifically +1/+1 counters. So if you see where I'm going with this, you renew onto the wall, now it can attack. And the card that I failed to mention when we were talking about the dinosaur cards is Intrepid Paleontologist. It's a bit of a weird one, but it's a 2/2 for 2. It makes a mana of any color, and you can pay 2 to exile any card from a graveyard. So, a little bit of graveyard hate. And it says you may cast dinosaur creature spells from among cards you own exiled with this creature, and then those spells enter the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So going back to this dinosaur that I was talking about earlier, part of the cost of cycling it is discarding it. So you can use the Agonasaur Rex to put counters, say, on Demon Wall or something. Then you can use the Paleontologist, pay 2 mana, exile the Rex from your graveyard, and then on the following turn, you can just play an 8/8 trample. So it gives you some cool ways to utilize the Agonasaur Rex. And sometimes if the game goes long, you can exile a Frillback with it and cast it later on. That hasn't come up yet, but I'm sure it could at some point. Mana base, pretty standard, straightforward stuff. 4 Sanctuary. Anytime you see a deck with Annex, you should expect to see 4 Soulstone Sanctuary, 2 Cottage, and then some assorted dual lands. And then the sideboard's just kind of some random 3 Duress, 2 Ghost Vacuum, 2 Liliana, and then just some random one-ofs. Cards that I thought were kind of cool. Edict for Kaido. This good for graveyard hate, good for killing artifacts and enchantments, good against Kaido, good for graveyard hate, life gain, good against small creatures, and then some additional planeswalkers for like the really, really grindy matchups. So there it is. A little bit of a different take on the Golgari deck lists that you may or may not have seen. This whole Agonasaur Rex Paleontologist package is pretty interesting, and I'm curious to see where it goes from here. And that's all I got. So I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. I'll show you a wild man. Nothing? I can't believe they got nothing. Tough crowd today, huh? Tough crowd. After I heard Jaffer ask if he could hit Nothing Phases Me. Okay, I'm gonna need some context there. Is that the whole context? That's literally it? Okay. Feel like I missed something. Joint exploration. This is that Ugin deck you played the other day too, right? Looks like the same deck. Top. Tapped out, Jaffer was trying to swing him with Squall, I think to get something back, and he just yells, "Let me hit." Classic. Classic duck, Jaffer. Okay, how do we maximize damage this turn? 5, 6, 7, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. I can't kill them this turn, but... I mean, I'm not really sure how they get out of this. I go to 2 and I have 2 Soulstones. I could even just play the Frillback for no value. Fuck it. I'm in. I did miss a damage then if I was going to do this. Because I could have used the Frillback to crew instead of the Elf. So they could be at 1 here. Surely that's fine, right? Yeah, they can... like, they can play an Ugin, but that ain't doing shit. Okay. Oh, did they only hit 3 types? Planeswalker, land creature? Nice, okay. Duress my ass. Liliana seems good. Nissa's Gucci. Like, do we need to exile their graveyard? I guess they're just ramp into either Portent or Ugin. Okay, so removal spell's bad. Cut down for sure. I feel like Frillback is not necessary. And cut one of those. I'm going to do Blot Out here, because Blot Out... Yeah, because these can kill Ugin. Okay, I'm down. Keep it. I think. It's not great, but... no, it's 59. We're 59 away, not 69. But I mean, you know, if you want to gift 69, I'm not going to say no. Looking at this hand makes me kind of just want to play 4 of the Dino. Because, like, turn 2 Demon Wall, turn 3 Dino is a sick curve. Like 3 in hand. Just gotta go Liliana here.
Nobody knows, Dominar. Don't overthink things.
What? Where the hell did that come from? So I guess the idea is they hit it off Portent. I mean, I'm with you. I get it. Omniscience jump scare. I don't think I want this wagon. Yeah. Never mind, you're not into their vibe anymore. Why not? I mean, they're gonna cast Portent next turn. They can Portent for 7. We could just die this turn. Or they could only hit a Meringue. So that's fine. We could beat a Meringue. I could beat a Meringue. Lemon meringue pie. Chat, what's your favorite type of pie? What is the objectively best type of pie? Banana cream. Banana cream is good for sure. Banana cream is definitely up there. Shepherd's pie. That was the answer I was looking for. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to suggest it, but I'm glad that somebody did. Behavior end step, discover 5. Dude, they are fucking cooking over there. Holy shit. Bro burnt the whole kitchen down. My god.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I don't know what 5 I'm playing here. I think it is the Speed Demon. Yeah, Speed Demon here. Okay, that helps, I think. Dr. Doomscar, thank you for the Prime sub. Getting us that much closer to the content machine. Thank you for the gifted sub. Or Prime sub, Doomscar. Appreciate that. Yeah, we gotta get this game over with, and Speed Demon kind of helps that. Dude. This is some Giga Brain shit. I don't know what I'm looking at right now, but my goodness. We were playing 5-color Legends earlier, but... Dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that happens. That is a time stop. Okay. Yeah, true. -1 card off the Speed Demon, too, by the way. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Like, Chimmel is kind of cool, but, you know. You're at 18. Yeah.
Drop it.
You have Mistrise Village. Tenya. I appreciate the effort. You know, I can say that. I definitely appreciate the effort. An attempt was made. Wildman, shout out, you're the homie. Deck looks based. They just didn't activate Village? Okay. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong village. I was thinking this is the one that surveils. They're number 444. 4444444. It's not. It's kind of a weird hand, but I mean, I'm gonna keep it. The Arcanus. Arcanus. The Iron Crag. Dude, are we going in? Dude, I don't know about you, but I'm going in. Okay, not ideal. Not ideal. I mean, we have Frillback in hand, but depends on what they battlefront into. Hopefully they just play Synthesizer and pass and we draw land. That's probably the best case scenario. I mean, I don't actually care about the smithy itself, right? Yeah, not really. I can just do this and blow up their token. Wait, I don't even need to blow up their token. Why am I doing this? The token can't block the demon wall. I think this is just better. They're 10. Not the smithy. By the time that they have 5 artifacts in play, I think this game's already going to be decided. I just don't think the smithy matters that much. Maybe it does. Maybe I get punished for not removing it. But like, here's the thing, right? If they have 5 artifacts in play, I'm probably just dead. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was thinking. I just don't think this matters that much. Also, they're never going to really be in a position where they can tap their whole board to flip it, because then they just have no blockers, right? Am I 1 damage short? Unless we can cycle the Rex into an untapped land. I mean, you think I'm not going to try to do that? Okay. Well. So they go to 4 here. I mean, we're still in a good spot, for sure. We're definitely still in a good spot. The issue is now they have Synthesizer. If they have, like, Battlefront into a big turn, we're probably cooked, but... If they can fab into the Sweeper Artifact? No, because the... And I learned this the hard way. The Sweeper Artifact only triggers if you cast it. Yeah, that's bad. I don't like to see that. I mean, we win if they have nothing. Oh. Do they really just have nothing? Well, that was anticlimactic. I kind of assumed they had like a Get Lost or something. I don't know. Or a Saw Blades, yeah. Wait, does Vivien kill... Yeah, Artifact or Enchantments? Same thing with this. God, we have a lot of sideboard for this. Could do Liliana against them too, honestly. I need you to remove 4 cards from my deck. Probably not a Gix's command matchup. Probably not a Qarsi. Well, Qarsi flies. Maybe the Rakshas's bad against them. Yeah, I could buy that. Could do like 2 Rakshasa, 1 Qarsi maybe. Or actually a Wagon. Because Wagon, like, it's hard for Wagon to attack into the construct tokens. Wish I had a 1-drop, but... Duress off the top would be huge. Any Duressers? Duress my ass? I mean, I'm not going to complain. Rose all bricked up. I would also accept the Dino. Dino would be a good draw. I didn't say I was. I said they're bricked up. Hence them, you know, casting the card Clayfire Bricks, which in turn means they're bricked. That's what I said. And I said it, you know. I did say the words. It's gotta be a Lily angle, right? If negate?
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. You won't be outsmarting me.
Got a Saw Blades out of him, okay. Okay.
Fine. I'll take my zombies.
Did I try out the Boros list that came 9th? Which one was it? Was it Burn? Or was it Convoke? Or was it neither? Simulacrum. Dude, map's kind of huge with the wall. Okay. Man, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that synthesizer out of here. Oh, the equipment deck? Yeah, we played the equipment deck on Monday. It was fine, but not great. I don't remember our exact final record, but it It was okay. I'll say that. I think it was pretty average. Bottom. We're 24. I mean, we gotta get moving here. We gotta get schmovin'. Schmovin' and groovin'. A huge duress. No, I just want to land, I think. I want to land so I can double Annex next turn. So they can sacrifice, what, a 2 to go get another synthesizer? Yeah. I guess counter on wall was slightly better, because, you know, now I can't attack with the Frillback. Yeah, counter on wall was probably better last turn. I don't like that. I think we're kind of cooked. Okay. So kill Repurposing Bay and hope they brick. Can't attack here, but... Hold! That's a good one. Alright, 1 brick, please. That, that is not quite the brick that I was looking for. It's not exactly the brick that I was looking for. Wait, I kind of want them to tap the Annex, because I want to see what a tapped Annex looks like on Arena. Okay, I was expecting it to, like, go fully vertical, but now it just looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Wait, I can still activate this? Why? Oh, because rooms are not activated abilities, they're special actions. That's kind of funny. I guess we can go here. Pay. I still have to hope they brick, right? I think I need the life. Go to 12, chump block, go to 5. Maybe if they brick this turn... Oh, they can't brick, because they can just flip the net if they don't draw a spell. Even if they do brick. Yeah, alright, game through. Okay. Yeah, them drawing the net that one turn was just backbreaking. I'm not asking for a lot, am I? It's a keeper, but we gotta put one back. Alright, chat, what do you think? Frillback or Soulstone? Easy land bottom? That's kind of what I was thinking, too. We get to go Elf into Annex, and then surely find our 3rd land off of that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm down. Yeah, Desist is what, 6 mana? Kill artifacts? If you wanted to do something like that, you're probably better off playing the, You're probably better off playing the Green Season. Green Season is good, though. That card's nice. 3rd land, hello? Okay, there we go. 3rd land, Alu. Kind of funny if they're gonna Perilous Snare my Annex, and then when I get it back, I have to pay. I'm gonna have an unflipped room. So I may just not want to do that this turn. Just do this. Pew pew. The new red card's gonna be legit. Oh, the new Brotherhood's End. Yeah, I like that card. So I think it might just be better to go Reclamation, kill the Snare. Because then I could just pay 3, flip the room. So I at least get 1 more card out of it before they play the Snare. And then same thing next turn, if I find a land, I can do it. And just no attacks. So I don't want to give them targets for the Saw Blades. Okay. Sure. It's a lot of wagons. Eventually, I'll be able to keep this Annex in play. One of these days. Come on, man. Weird. Very, very weird situation. I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of want to go double wagon. Yeah, I think we are lumbering this turn. I'm gonna run out of basics. Yeah, your turn. I only have 2 basics left. Good news is now we don't care if they kill a wagon. Okay. Elf down. I repeat, elf down. That is what I didn't want to see. True! True! That is so fucking true. That is so true.
Something suspicious is going on. We all have things we'd rather
Okay. Look, been there, done that. I did that too. What was the card that we were playing where I just missed on? Oh, it was Battlefront, right? I missed on back-to-back Battlefronts when I was playing the blue-white deck. Yeah. I did miss on back-to-back Battlefronts. It happens, man. It happens. I've been there. I never miss on Seed of Hope, though. It's not possible. Seed of Hope is the best card in Magic. It's unmissable. Here's the thing. If you're missing with United Battlefront, it's because you're not subscribed to twitch.tv/Doomwake. It is a well-known fact that all subscribers of twitch.tv/Doomwake never miss on United Battlefront. It's just guaranteed. It's a fact. Simple fact. Ordep for some reason is still not showing up in my chatterino, and I don't know why. I have 7TV enabled through it. Beja. Yeah, I know it shows up on the stream overlay, so. Oh wait, -1 speed. What am I doing? Chat, why am I stupid? Do I know the card Sage of Hours? Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I am very familiar with Sage of Hours. I played that card a lot in Pioneer. Huge trample incoming. I repeat, massive trample incoming. You know, it would be nice to draw some spells, but I mean, that was a good exchange for me. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good exchange. And I mean, I guess I'll throw this out here. Maybe I shouldn't because of Wrath, but dude, come on, man. Please. Please, I need spells. I need spells. I wonder what they have this turn. It could be anything. I am shocked. My opponent played a Wrath. Dude, we gotta stop being like this. Maybe I should have just attacked them. Go. Your turn. Your turn. Do I think New Daddy Tezzeret could be playable in Standard? The one from Edge of Eternities? I think it's only something you want to play in Modern, because you need a very, very high density of cheap artifacts, which we just don't have enough of in Standard. But I do like that card for Eternal formats. I think it has potential. Yeah, maybe Pioneer. Could be interesting in Pioneer. They're just dead, right? They're literally just dead on board. Well, that was cool. Okay, yeah, true. True! I mean, the Qarsi was in the graveyard. I'm just gonna say that. The Qarsi was in the graveyard. That shit was face up. We have a lot of sideboard cards for this matchup. Out. I have to cut 4 more. Rakshasa could maybe go. What else is bad against mono white? Maybe the mana ramp. I mean, we're planning on playing a bit of a longer game, so we don't need the mana ramp as much. Like Paleontologist, 1 wagon could maybe go. Then the Gix command. Nah, Gix command good against Wrath. Just 2 wagons maybe. Let's try that. Play the free event with the emblem already. I did, and I got so addicted to it that I played 2 extra matches. And I went 5-0. Dude, Momir is so fun. Momir is one of my favorite formats of all time. The illusion of choice. Isn't Momir the ultimate gambling experience? You think that, but a lot of people don't realize that you should. So the number 1 rule to Momir is if you're on the play, you start on 3, and if you're on the draw, you start on 2. But so many of my opponents started on turn 1. Like, you never ever go for 1-drops because the 1-drops are just terrible. Don't talk about Momir, dude. I could talk about Momir all day, like theorizing and stuff. Yeah, I shouldn't say there's no good 1-drops, because if you hit a mana dork, you can high roll. But if you don't hit mana dorks, then it's like kind of whatever. You might be waiting a long time on that one. Sir Eccles, thank you for the Prime sub, 32 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the resub, Sir Eccles. You say on the play you go for 3 or 2. On the play you go for 3. On the draw you go for 2. At least that's what I did.
A fight? And you think you can win?
And you think you can win?
Personal space.
I have delusional confidence there'll be Pioneer RSQ season next year. You would think, right? Like, I mean, you know, what do you guys think is going to happen? Like, do you think they're just done with Pioneer full stop? Or do you think that there's a chance that it comes back? I definitely hope that it comes back. I want it to, you know? Okay. They've had enough. They've had enough. 3-0 with this deck. I fear that a lot of the people who were invested in Pioneer previously have now sold out of it. Because, like, if you were somebody who had a Pioneer collection, and at the beginning of the year, you were like, oh, you saw the announcement, well, they're not supporting Pioneer as a competitive format this season. Like, what is your justification for holding on to Pioneer cards, right? So it's like, the people who were invested previously are now most likely, like, they're, you know, they probably don't have that much of a collection anymore because they probably sold it all off. Believe it was the push to bring back Paper Standard. It was, and I understand that, right? Like, I understand they want to push Standard a lot more as their main competitive format, and I get that. But, like, I don't know if it had to be at the expense of Pioneer. You know, like, why did those things have to be mutually exclusive? Why can't they just have, you know, at least some number of Pioneer tournaments, but also still push Standard more, right? Like, you can do both of those things. It's possible. Less modern. Okay, well, no, there's 4 RCQ seasons a year, right? 2 standard, 1 modern, 1 pioneer, right? You're still doing twice as much standard as every other format. I feel like that's fine. You don't think that having too many formats dilute the game experience? Absolutely not. I mean, Magic has always had this number of formats, even before Pioneer was introduced. Vintage, Legacy, Modern, Standard, Limited, Commander, like, you know, that is the appeal to playing Magic for a lot of people. It's just like they basically get to experience Magic in whatever way they want to, right? But that has always been the appeal of Magic, you know what I mean? So, like, more formats does not mean, like, more formats is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Yeah, pre-modern too. Curiosity. I don't trust pre-modern or other old school players. Why not? What do you mean you don't trust them? I don't get it. What's up, Sweatpants? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Shout out to the Hawk video. They're at 12. I think I'm 1 damage short. No. I'm a little bit more mana short. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I wasn't short at all then, huh? Turns out, nah, I lied. Never mind. Drew! Tear Asunder, Reclamation, Frillback is what I boarded in so far. I gotta keep in the cheap kill spells. Speed Demon probably goes. You're gonna hate me for this, but I think Jenova has to go. I know, don't get mad at me. I get it. Blot Out in? It's kind of expensive. Kind of like Edict's a little bit more. I'm not sure if I want this Gix's command. That's kind of what I'm unsure of. Like Duress and Liliana is kind of interesting because they do have a lot of non-creature spells. Like all their auras are non-creatures. So I'm going to try this, see how this goes. If you look at the number of formats that are supported competitively today versus, you know, if you compare that to like Magic maybe like 6-7 years ago, there's probably less formats now than there were forever ago, you know? But which is weird. You would think that over time, more formats would come into play, but like they've been swapping out other ones. Who remembers, what was that one? Frontier? Shout out to Frontier. Lasted for like a couple of months, not even. Wasn't that just Pioneer? No, Frontier was like, I think it was more like extended, right? If I recall correctly. It was like extended adjacent kind of thing. Ah! Dude, I really needed that. Let's go! Demora, thank you for the 6-month resub. Welcome back. We are one step closer to the random encounter. Thank you for the 6 months, Demora. We're getting there, chat. I believe. I know we can do it. Well, they don't have the 2-3. That's good. Oh. Second black source acquired. I still kind of don't want to play anything. Fuck it. I think what happened is they had the 2-3 last turn, but they didn't realize that I had no black mana, so they just didn't play their 2-3. And they're going to play it this turn with Rescue up, which is why I want to hold up 2 black. Okay. I mean, I guess. They're just not doing anything over there, huh? Oppo, you want to take a game action? Would you like to commit a game action? Please and thank you. No? Okay. Yeah, the 1/1 elf is not a lot of pressure. Neither is the wall, because I can't attack with the wall anyways. I'm just gonna pass. Please do something. Okay. I mean, I could beat a 1/1. This is quite the game we have going on. Just both decks operating at peak capacity. I'm a little bit worried that they still have 2 protection spells, because, like, 1, 2, 3. I Frillback, pay a mana, pop this, they protect. I cut down, they protect. It does get the 2 protection spells out of their hand, though, before they get to deploy a tracker, so maybe that's worth it. Actually. I did have mana that end step, right? But if I cut down, and then I guess I could have drawn a land to then go Frillback, pay, plus shoot the sheriff. I think I'm just going to go for it here. I think I'm down if they want to trade 2 protection spells. Because again, that means that like I want them to take this. I want them to do this before they have no. I want them to do this before they have the tracker in play. All right, sure. Fine. 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 They have 2 in hands. And now we can just start racing them. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. Chill, 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 chill. Please chill. I repeat, please chill. Okay. Huh. So we do this one. No, I attack first, right? Attack first. Yeah, land is huge, because now we can go Frillback plus shoot the Sheriff. Go 1, 2. Hold on. I think I should do shoot the Sheriff first. Because this is better if they have Spell Pierce. Okay, they don't have Spell Pierce. Actually, this is the greedier line if they have Rescue. Right? Because if I shoot the Sheriff first and they don't play the Rescue... Yeah, but if I Frillback first, they go for Rescue on Big Thing, then I can respond and kill it. Okay, Frillback first is a little bit better, but I think we'll be fine. Oh, it's just lethal, right? Kill this. Yeah, this is just lethal. Yeah, I know they had no stop during combat, but even in those situations when they don't have stops, it's still better to, like, you know, sequence properly, you know what I mean? Paper Magic has stops. Yeah, but like you can't scam the system the same way that you can when playing on Arena. Like if you can't hit OK to priority check your opponent in Paper. That doesn't work like that, right? Yes, there are stops, but like, you know, you don't get the free info like you do on Arena. Some people have stops IRL. Yeah. I guess there are those people that are just like, you know, I don't know, they stop you on your upkeep. They're like, upkeep? All right, never mind, you can go. That's a little concerning, not gonna lie. So we're basically dead if they have Yuna. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. I mean, they just won't have the Yuna next turn, right? No chance they have Yuna this turn. It's not possible. Yeah, it's bad. Well, this is what happens when you're on the draw. I mean, the command gives me a chance. I will say that. The command does give me a chance. I think what I have to do is kill the Yuna this turn, correct? Yeah, gotta kill the Yuna. I'm gonna kill the Yuna and chump block the Overlord. Think Overlord no cap. I'm just gonna chump block the Overlord and then kill it with command next turn. Gonna go blow up small things, make them sack. Yeah, that's not great for me. Okay, now I'm dead. Should have killed the Overlord, I guess. Yeah, so much for that plan, huh? I think if we were on the play, we might have had a chance, but Never on the draw with that hand. Okay, we got sideboard cards, though. We got some sideboard cards. I actually think Eda kind of sucks, because they just sacrificed the Fenrir. Maybe Nissa Vivien is good. Cut down bad. Rakshasa bad. It's maybe not a Jenova matchup. Now the question is, do you want Vivien or Nissa? Vivien or Nissa? I don't think they're that good. Yeah, I don't think they're that good. The limited times that I have casted, it's been pretty decent, but we haven't drawn it yet in this deck. I like it with the Agonasaur Rex. Just being able to like grow your creature and then get rid of it with the Jenova in play. It's cool with the Rex. Speaking of Rex, I have been very impressed with this card. This is better than I thought it was going to be. Island? The fuck is that doing there? Island? I think they're playing Zur? Maybe. I hope they only have one basic island. Did we get the one island? Give me an untapped land. No, it's definitely not an untapped land. Rex would have gone crazy there. Okay. I like how the Impending Overlord has a counter on it. That's good. No attacks. Are we sheriffing this turn? What's the advantage of casting Sheriff? There really isn't one. No. Okay. Yeah. Well, need to find a land, please. And I really don't want to attack with the wagon, because they can just trade for the wagon this turn, whereas the wall's indestructible. Like, it does give me land 5, but they also just get to block with Fenrir and token. I don't think I can let them do that. I think I just got to attack with the wall. Okay. They didn't read the card. True. See, that's why Agonasaur Rex is good. Because nobody reads it. No, I don't think you have to play the Paleontologist. I thought it would be kind of cool because it, like, if you cycle the Rex on the wall, the Paleontologist can let you cast the Rex from the graveyard, but it hasn't come up yet. And you could certainly replace those with just, like, more 4-drops or something. But, like, you kind of want some extra ramp in this version anyways, because, like, you are playing a lot more 5s. Because just hard casting this thing for 5 mana is not that bad. So you have some more 5s. You kind of don't mind the extra ramp. It is a combo with Agonasaur, so I think it's worth it, but it's yet to come up. We haven't seen it come up yet. Yeah, Carnosaur does cycle too. They have a Yuna in hand. They're getting a Baelmerk next turn, which we can Sheriff. Now I think I want the land. This is bad if they have Terras. That is fine. Oh, God, I just needed a land, man. Just needed a untap land. Alright, go. I mean, we're still not in a terrible spot, right? Okay, now we kind of are. Okay, sure. That's fine. Also fine. Psycho attack. Okay, they get the Baelmerk here. Exile this. They may have another binding. That might be what's happening here. I just can't find lands. 2 kill spells, put them to 3, and then have the Demon Wall next turn. And then if they, for whatever reason, leave back like 4 blockers, we draw land 6, we can just go Annex, Annex, and that's also lethal. Yeah, let's do that. I think I'd rather have the Overlord exiled. So let's do this. Fuck, man. Really? Wow. That is shocking. Okay. Okay. They got a plan. They got a plan. Yeah. We got a plan. Hold! And also the Overlord got exiled, so even if they have another Yuna, they can't get back the Overlord this turn. Hold. Yeah, that's fine. They're just dead, right? Well, no, because they hold back blockers. Untap land? It's not an untapped land. So... God damn it. Oh, shit. What do we kill here? I'm at 16. So the play is, I think, very clearly Annex plus Sheriff, but what do we Sheriff? If I Sheriff the Yuna, they can't gain life next turn, but if I mean, I guess I can just Sheriff the Overlord. No, the Overlord does not get exiled. Chat, the Overlord is not with a finality. They impended it. It's not getting exiled. First attack. If I attack, they triple block. Attack is bad. I think what I do is just kill the Yuna and then play Annex. So here's the reason for this line. Let's assume they draw, like, worst case scenario, they draw a removal spell. They're Hellbent. They kill the Demon Wall, they're still dead to the Annex. If they kill the Annex, they're dead to the Annex in hand. So this means that if they draw a removal spell, they're dead no matter what. The only way they can get out of this is draw a third Yuna, I think. Right. Well, I guess that's not true, because they just hold up the removal spell. Right. Would it be 4th Yuna? Have they gone through 3 already? Yeah, they have gone through 3. Can I play around a removal spell? So I guess, like, theoretically I can go this plus Paleontologist? Oh, I think they drew a binding. Not like this. Not like this. I think they drew a binding. Come on, man. Oh my god. That's so gross, dude. Oh my goodness. We could beat like almost any other card in their deck that turn except a removal spell, which they've already gone through 2 bindings too. They probably didn't have a lot of options. Ew. Okay. Now, you want to talk about luck? Come on, man. Don't do this to me, please. Dude, shut up. I hate... Dude, that is the most annoying thing ever. You mulligan to 4 and your opponent says, nice deck. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. it's just, like, so cringe. I can't stand that shit. Yeah. I mean, don't I just win if I resolve Annex against this deck? Annex GG? It's a pretty good Moldify, yeah. I mean, turn 3 Annex is good enough most of the time against decks like this. Get him, Dino! Get him, get him. True. Yeah, Molda 4 and I got discard spelled on turn 1. If I win this game, my opponent should just log off for the day. Like if your opponent molds the 4 and you play a discard spell and you lose, I mean I would stop. I don't know about you guys, but I know I would stop. Yeah, just like easy uninstall, sell the collection. True. Like the Legend of the Phoenix. I think I have to do that. This Gearhulk is going to deal me way too much damage. Yep. 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 I mean, gotta go fast. The Speed Demon. They're not just trying to, like, mill me out, are they? They wouldn't do that. Do we never decay the Gearhulk to cap its damage at 4? With Rakshasa? I thought about it, but that's, like, my whole turn. And I knew that I was going to be able to, like, get a little bit of life back from the Soulstone the next turn, and then all of my plays the following turns just brickwall the Gearhulk anyways, so I thought it was fine to just wait. Alright, well, that was fun. That was good. Congratulations, you have successfully defeated the mulligan to 4 cards. What do you win? I don't know about you guys, but I hate this Excruciator deck. It's so annoying. We'll draw a 3rd land, right? I just have PTSD from mulliganing to 4 last time, so if my hand is remotely functioning whatsoever, I'm snap keeping it. Also gotta make sure I do this before they get their jab in. I mean, this is just a Liliana clear kind of game, right? Jace, Interference, Blot Out, huh? Which one of these is the scariest? Might just be Jace. Because if I take Phantom Interference and Resolve Liliana, they just have the Blot Out for it. Yeah, I'm gonna take Jace. So I can't keep them off of a Liliana answer. Sus hand to keep. No, their hand's fine. At their hand, that's like a pretty good 6 for them, I think. We just need land 3 so bad. Please. Arena, don't do this to me. Arena, please. Thank you. Thank you. Which one of these did we get countered? Oh, I could just play around the counter spell. Honestly, I'm in. I think that's good, right? Because like it just time walks them because they can't use their mana this turn. They can blot out the demon wall, but then that's one less blot out for Liliana. Yeah, but I'm okay with that because then we get to resolve Liliana. And they like don't have a clean answer for it if they do that. Okay. Well, that also means they're not blotting out the demon wall, so 5 damage secured. I guess I will let them counter this. You can counter my worst card. Okay. I mean, you have to use your mana this turn. You can't not counter it. Right? Alright, we're saving the interference for game 3, I guess. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. They're gonna 1. Do they even have an out here? I can't imagine they have an out here, right? If they Wrath, they die. If they don't Wrath, they die. Oh, they can exile Demon Wall, I guess. Okay, true. Did they do that? They did. They know. They know, chat. So they did a Soulstone. It's not a Soulstone. Okay. I see what you're doing over there. I see what you're doing.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I mean, we have plenty of time, so... Time is all we do have. I forgot they could do the collect evidence with the Wrath to get the demon walls. Yeah, we have time, but no walls. What creature type is demon wall? It's a demon in a wall. It's what you would expect. What if they doomsday right now? Well, if they doomsday, then they're dead to an untapped land. Okay, so plus here. Discard elf. And then just go for the demon that's in play. Make them have a kill spell for it. Ah, okay. Opponent's got plays. Respect. Funny enough, they can't play the Excruciator because they have Underground River in play. So... Well, now they can. Again, they're still dead if they cast the Excruciator. They're probably also still dead with that. Yeah, okay. Alright, game 3. So what? We said shoot the sheriff out, edict blot out in. This is only 59, though. What's our last card? Could do second Rakshasa, first Gix command. We could Terras, maybe. Terras is pretty flexible. Do they have any artifacts or enchantments? Not usually, right? But, I mean, it is still 4 mana to kill anything. I guess they have the Gear Hulk, too. Yeah, okay. Tear Asunder's fine. So the 4 sets that are rotating are Dominaria, Phyrexia All-Be-One, March of the Machines, and Brothers War. Anything in those 4 sets are gone. Yeah, Passage was in Bloomburrow, so no Fable Passage rotating. We still get that one. Which is good, because Passage is nice with Tifa. We still have the Ooze that also stays around too, right? Forget the name of it. The Landfall double the counters. We still have that, because that was Foundations. That Monogreen Tifa deck might still be good. Does anything even rotate? Yeah, Mossborn Hydra. Oppo, what you doing over there? May I have my mana dork? And he turned 3 Nisses. I'm jamming it. Okay, maybe I'm not jamming it. I guess we get the Rex countered. They definitely have a counter spell, right? For sure. Yeah. All right, I'll play Rex. Got the Paleontologist, too. I mean, if they kill the Rex, we might just be able to get it back. Rare Paleontologist W. Said no one ever. Oh, come on! Come on, man. Fuck off. Alright, fine. Okay. Common Paleontologist L. Yeah, that's good. That's just what I wanted. Alright, whatever. Show me the counterspell. Yep. I sleep. I sleep. God, the exile is so annoying. If it was just any other kill spell, we could have just replayed the 6/6. What you got over there, bucko? Show me your secrets. Or not, fuck you. What are you hiding over there, huh? What are you hiding over there, buddy? Sus. Sus. Sure. I mean, it's not like their last card is, it's not like their last card is the 6/6 demon, right? That's just not possible. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, that's good. Don't do it. Don't do it. Did we not attack with the Sanctuary? Yeah, because it had 0 power. I'm not going to lose to this Mastermind, am I? I think I might. I guess I'll start exiling cards from their graveyard, even though it's mostly irrelevant. Yeah, Sanctuary had 0 power last turn. Spell? It's technically a spell. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Nissa kind of looks like a dinosaur. Why can't I play Nissa with the Paleontologist? We need Nissa in dinosaur form. Nissa looks like a dinosaur. I mean, look, right? Like, I don't know. Okay, there's some dinosaur vibes there. There's something there, you know? I didn't mean it in a bad way, you know? It was a compliment. Okay. Unfortunate. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. Looking like quite a dinosaur today. Thank you, thank you. See? It's about time chat sent me a compliment. You guys never do that. It makes you wonder. What you doing over there, opponent? Big draw here. Drawn heavy. Let's go. Yeah. Woo.